Hi, now listen to Grammar page 69. Today's lesson about comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives and superlatives. We will learn about what comparatives and superlatives are, how to properly use comparatives and superlatives. However, before we will start, I need to know something. Every time you compare in English, you must always use than. Than. For example, Layla is taller than Amy. Tom is faster than George. Blah, blah, blah. Now, let's begin. Comparatives. Are adjectives that compare only two things. Again, comparatives are adjectives that compare only two things. Two things. How to use comparatives? 1. Don't forget comparatives are used only to compare two things. 2. You must add an ER at the end of the adjectives. Again, comparatives are adjectives that compare only two things. How to use comparatives? Don't forget, comparatives are used only to compare two things. Add an ER at the end of the adjective. For example, fast, faster, tall, taller. Example, Ahmad is faster than Tom. Again, Ahmad is faster than Tom. Here we have two people. Adjective, fast. So, because we have two people, we must use comparative rule. So, Ahmad is faster than Tom. We must add an ER at the end of the adjective. Fast, add ER. Faster, fast, faster. Again, here we have two people. Adjective is fast. So, we must use comparative rule. Comparative rule. So, fast, faster, fast, faster. You must always use than after an adjective. Every time you compare in English. Okay? Superlatives. Superlatives are adjectives that compare more than two things. Superlatives are adjectives that compare more two things. 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. Okay? How to use superlatives. 1. Don't forget superlatives are used to compare more than two things. More than two things. 2. Add an EST at the end of the adjectives. For example, tall, tallest, fast, fastest, tallest, fastest, biggest, smallest. Example, Billy is the tallest boy. Billy is the tallest boy. Okay. Here we have 1, 2, 3 people. So, superlatives are adjectives that compare more than two things. Here we have 3 people. Adjective is tall. So, 3 people, adjective tall, we must use superlative rule. Superlative rule. Billy, Tom, Colin, they are running, but Billy is the fastest boy. Fastest boy. Here we must use superlative rule. So we must add an EST at the end of the adjective. Here we have tall. So tall, add an EST, tall, tallest, tall, tallest. Again, tall, tallest. Billy is the tallest boy. Tom or Billy is the tallest boy. Okay?
Let's learn how to compare different sizes together. Ready? Let's go! Big, bigger, biggest. Small, smaller, smallest. Big, bigger, biggest. Small, smaller, smallest. Now let's see if you can find the right size. Which bear is the biggest? That's right. Which clock is the smallest? You're right. Which box is the biggest? That's right. Which rooster is the smallest? You're right. Great job!
Exercise 3. Here we have 3 people. Billy, Toe and Colin. They are running. Please read and write true or false. 1. Tom is the tallest boy. Tom is the tallest boy. Let's see. Billy. Tom. Colin. Excellent. So Tom is the tallest boy. Tom is the tallest boy. 2. Colin is faster than Tom. Here we have two people. We must use comparative rule and add an ER at the end of the adjective. Colin, Tom. Colin, Tom. Colin is faster than Tom. Colin is faster than Tom. False, because Tom is faster than Colin. So 2 false. 3. Billy is the fastest boy. Billy. Excellent. Billy is the fastest boy. So 3 true. 4. Tom is slower than Colin. Tom. Colin. Tom is slower than Colin. No, Tom is faster than Colin. So 4 false. 5. Billy is taller than Colin. Billy, Colin, 2 people. So here we have comparative rule because we add an ER at the end of the adjective tall. So Billy is taller than Colin. Let's see. Billy, Colin. Billy is taller than Colin. Yeah. So Billy is taller than Colin. True. The last one. Colin is the shortest boy. Shortest boy. Colin is the shortest boy. True or false? Excellent. False. Because the taller one is tall, Billy, then Colin. So Colin is the shortest boy. 4. Right. 1. The USA is bigger than Spain. Here we have USA and Spain. 2. Comparatives are adjectives that compare only 2 things. And here we have USA and Spain. So we must use comparative rule. Add an ER at the end of the adjective. So big, bigger. Here we have double G. Why? Because we have a vowel. Big, bigger. Big, bigger. 2. Mount Everest is the space mountain in the world. Mountain Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Here we have superlative rule. We must add ES T at the end of the adjective high. 3. Cars are space than bikes. Here we have cars and bikes. So we must use comparative rule. Add an ER at the end of the adjective fast. So fast, faster. Cars are faster than bikes. 4. Grapes are space than apples. Here we have grapes and apples. So, small, smaller, small, smaller, add an ER. Grapes are smaller than apples. 5 and 6, homework, okay? And page 64 and 65 from your workbook. Goodbye.